Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duel Links video. Just eyeing the clock here, but to be fair, the event is going to end tonight, so I think that's good. I mean, especially for my sanity, but we're going to ignore that detail because I'm trying to get as many points as I can before the event is over. And I think I messed up if I wanted that. So I guess we'll see how this goes. There's still his rerun though, which I might switch over to Kite for, but I still do not believe that's happening. You might wonder if I have something against Kite. Well, you know, there are many reasons I could have something against Kite. None of them have anything to do with Mazar, or the moon for that matter, and everything to do with Kite and how many times he's kicked my ass over and over and over. Oh, and by the way, this was before his skill got nerfed. So, he was kicking my ass long before the skill nerf, and I was using a different deck at that point. A deck that I was using for hundreds of videos. And don't worry, I will use that deck again one day, probably. Because do you really think I can keep my hands off it? I sure doubt it. I may be obsessed, but I do like using multiple decks. I like all kinds of decks. I even like Galaxy Eyes decks. There is a reason that I've spent resources on that archetype. Eventually, I will start trying to learn how to use other decks. I had to get everyone to their cap, or max out their level. Mazar, you're going to get destroyed for doing this. I will show you no remorse. Because no, listen. I killed Mercy. I can do it again. I've got 2 Galaxy Eyes monsters on the field. And I'm feeling petty right now. So get wrecked because I hate you. Well, not really, I don't. In fact, I don't even hate Kite for that matter. And because that is just a joke. You may be like, it doesn't sound like one. Because you keep joking about that time that he... We know, guys, we know. But that's a villainous thing to do. And I am very short on actual villainous behavior. You may be like, roasting someone for dying anywhere is not really villainous either. Okay, your opinion though. That is your opinion. I do not have to agree. That is the power of being a villain. I don't have to agree with you. Although, to be honest, I do agree. Because doing something in bad taste doesn't necessarily make you a villain, does it? It just makes you an ass. I'm having a pretty bad villain arc. I would say that I'm failing harder than, well, you know. You may be wondering who I was about to say, and to be honest, I think we'd rather... I don't. Honestly. I don't think anyone wants me to actually... I don't think anyone wants to know. I'll just put it that way. And imagine if I did mention it. Who I was talking about. I don't want to say that I'm worse. I don't want to say that my villain arc is worse. I don't want to say that because that comparison is cursed. And to say that I'm worse at doing it? No. No, I can do things called research. I can do a lot of research. Although, quite honestly, I just don't really feel like being a villain at all times. just some of the time, and I can decide when I want to be a villain whenever I want. But each time I think I do something villainous, it just seems like I'm being more of a bitch. And no one is going to consider that villain level behavior. So I really have to get good. Whatever the hell that means. Anyone want to know? I think everyone would like to know, and I'm actually going to get better at doing this because I'm definitely not showing that evidence right now. Well, I have a lot of characters left to level up, you know. A lot of characters left to level up. I'm nowhere near done. They're going to keep adding characters. And to be honest, I am here for that. I'd like to play as all the Barians. All of them. All of them! I wonder if Yuma has found the imposter yet. There are 2 imposters. Actually, there is a reason I made that joke, and it has nothing to do with Ray. I would just like to be up front here. Ray isn't the imposter. Because that would be too obvious. And his plans never work. So how would he be suspicious when he's not good at playing Among Us? He would be terrible at playing that game. Yuma would out him immediately because he's just that bad. He just can't play the role very well. Yuma's logic, not mine. I would like to say, Yuma, you are so pure. This world does not deserve you. But honestly, I just don't know how you could possibly save someone's life when you are backstabbed. And this person did so much horrible shit, and you're doing what? I know you're 13, and 13-year-olds make a lot of bad decisions, but I don't think most of them made the kinds that you do. I'm just saying, Yuma. Although, who am I to question you, really? You spent a good portion of the series bugging Shark over and over. I'm sure he remembers all of the times you were bugging him for no reason whatsoever other than, I don't know, actually. I can't remember. I guess you thought he was a friend? I don't know. I cannot remember. I've forgotten so much shit. You may be staring at me suspiciously. Why? Have I proven that I remember things well? Oh, God. I do realize that some of what I say can be taken in the wrong context, particularly given who I'm playing as. But I also do not think that who I'm playing as really changes anything about how bad my memory is. Though Dawn 1000 does make me wonder if he's messing with mine. I mean, that's a joke. And I'm not talking about Shark's memories. However, he is definitely a victim as well. Because why would you not remember who this is? Or Ray, for that matter? You don't remember shit? Clearly you don't. Clearly you don't. Because whenever I approach Quattro, you're... No, wait, hold on. Whenever I approach you as Quattro, you show no character development at all. Although, to be fair, why would you? I mean, Quattro is still a bit, I don't know. I don't know if dying is making your amends, is it? By the way, I would not say that what Quattro did was as bad, because he did that without any... He didn't expect any of that to happen. But what Nash did... Oh, that was a different story entirely. And you may be like, wait a second. Hold on, seriously. We know memories are being tampered with. Like the fuck? Some things just don't make sense, and I'm still confused. I want an explanation, Dawn Thousand. What are you doing? Aren't you dead? Oh, wait. Oh, right. Death isn't an... Right. Okay, I get it. I know, but it's weird. It's weird. Like what? Even if you are tampering with someone's memories or everyone's, I'm not sure why some people wouldn't be able to tell. I don't know, just a thought. Of course, I barely remember anything. So what is the difference between me and everyone else in this world? To be honest, unfortunately, not much. There isn't much of a difference. That's the depressing part. Okay, I have 2 hours left. You may be like, what? But the event ends at... I know when the event ends. But I have to stop recording at 10:30. So, that's a thing. You may be like, what kind of rule is that? Well, that's what happens when you're living with a bitch. I'm not going to apologize, okay? I won't apologize for that. When you pass a certain threshold, it doesn't matter how old you are, okay? Seriously. You go past a certain point and I will call you a bitch. I've even been willing to do it to myself. So do you really think that if you do far worse than me, that you are spared? I don't care how old you are not perfect and neither am I. Just stop. Imagine if someone heard me. You know, the only villainous thing I've really done is call a minor a bitch. And if you knew her, you would understand. This isn't like, this isn't a claim that I'm making lightly. I mean, this person has done some shit. And this person is on probation. Anyway, I would like to continue dealing with full focus on what I'm doing, even though I sometimes don't really seem to know that information. Sometimes you just don't know if I know what I'm doing, and, you know, I don't defend my every action. Not all my actions should be defended. Wait a minute. Did I No, I forgot how raid bosses work. Why would I forget that? Ugh. Oh my god. Is this revenge, Dawn Thousand? Why would you want revenge against me? I haven't done anything to you. I wasn't there. You don't know who I am. Or do you? No, we're not talking about this. We're moving on. You know what's cursed? Sometimes I prefer someone's Japanese voice. But if I hear you dubbed, it doesn't matter which game the voice is in. If I hear you dubbed in any media, I will remember you speaking in that voice. It doesn't matter what your real voice is in the original. I will remember your dubbed voice. Do you want to know how I know this? It's not something that I should probably share. Because I'm still, well, I roast bosses all the time. I somehow managed to, I remember Apuria's dub voice. And you may be like, really? Yes, I had his, a voice I had him on for like a minute or two just to hear it. And I still remember him speaking in that voice. I don't know how to explain that, but I do. Which is weird because we're sitting over here with me having a bad memory. I forgot how the raid boss event works. How the fuck would I forget that when I'm always bitching about going first? I know what you're going to do and I'm ready for it. You're not getting away with this. You know, sometimes the characters I roast the most are actually the characters I really, really like and are some of my favorites. However, sometimes I roast characters and I don't do a very good job. Like with Kaiba, but you know, when he was sitting over here insulting me, I thought I did a better job roasting back, as opposed to, you know, doing it without being provoked. He insults me, I insult the bastard back. And I mean, I like Kaiba, but he's also an ass. And he is not spared from the usual insults that I have for all billionaires. Or, my bad, is he a multi-billionaire? He's very rich, so you have to understand that. I believe Kaiba's one defining quality, apart from the fact that he's obsessive enough to actually go through the detail of someone's hair, I still believe that's a reference to how the animation industry works. I can easily believe that working on a Yu-Gi-Oh character's hair is the worst part of animation for this franchise. I can easily believe that. And that's not because I have experience with that myself, but I do though, I do. And you may be wondering with who. I'm not saying anything. That if you tried hard enough, you could probably find it. But who would really do that? Who has the time and energy for that? I don't have enough subscribers for anyone to bother caring. I just wanted to know if you would live through that. I wasn't entirely sure. Okay, and he's dead! You know, I'm not sure if I can surpass myself during this first run. I'm definitely going to max out Shark during this event before the event ends, but I don't think I'll be able to record that. It'll be super late. Okay, I only have one blank card left. I need another one. Guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video. I'm going to go grind off screen. And I'll be back after I have another blank card.